Let's move to create our period. And okay, we have opened create period. So this form that will submit to periods dot store, and the method is post, and we can check control p to find our web.php, and here we have a periods. So this is a period.store. This goes to periods controller at store method. Okay, and let's find our periods control controller periods controller. Here we have a store method, and we can take the request, and let's create a variable request and check we have receiving the data from our farm, and we will die dump and inject that request variable, close it, save it, and come to browser, refresh your browser, and choose the date. So, and let's submit. So we have a request object, and in a request parameter bag, so we are now getting a company ID and the from date and the to date. So good. And let's remove this request from here, because we will validate this request through our request. Save it and go to your terminal. So PHP artisan make request, which is the request will be, let me show you the request. Where it is, HTTP controllers, and here we have a request. Okay, so create and create period request. So create period request, hit enter. You see the request is created, and let's open it and make it true. Only the authenticated user can give it, and we have to, in a rules function or method, so we have to give the parameter from, and we will check it required, and the other one we use another rule, it must be a date, and close comma separated because this is array. So control A to select and control shift D to duplicate the line, and here we say it will be a 2 and required and date. Save it, close this, control W, and come to your controller. So in a controller we will have the request create period request, and will kept in a variable request. So we have to include this in our namespace. So just click and FY shortkey PHP companion package. You can check our Sublime Text series, which is a free course. So we have included the create period request. Okay, now this will be, the request will be validate from this request, and save it, and we can check it in our browser, and let's refresh, and we will submit the empty fields. Submit. See, the farm field is required and the to field is required, and these are the errors that we have shown in our period dot create mm, create periods. Let's close this. Create periods, and here we have an error. If error has a from, so display this error. If error has a to, so display this error. Okay, so in a controller now, so we will access our period model, and we can use a new, we will instantiate period, and we will get all the request variable by getting all method. So terminate this statement, and we will kept this into a variable period. So let me correct this. New period. So period will get all the requests in a model period. So when we get it, and let include in our namespace F5. So save it first, then F. Okay, if it is not included, we can use app backslash period model. Okay, we have included our period model. So when the request is there in a period, so we will just need to period, and we'll use a save function to save if all the data into our database. So the company name and the from to date, these are the fields that we will get, and we can check it in our database. So refresh your database, and in a period table, in a data, we are getting company ID from, just like that we have did it in a category. So create it and update it. And okay. So when we save it, so we will return, excuse me, the user back to the page where from the request the request is generated. Okay. Return, redirect back, and back is the method we will send it back, and with message, and message will give in a string new period created. Okay, save it. So let me check. Create period request included, period is included. Okay, and save it, and let's go to our browser, refresh. So we'll select a date. We will select from Jan 1 to a 4-month period. I'm going to try Jan, Feb, March, and April. April 30, and let's submit. So class app period not found. Mm, where is the period model? Here we are having a mistake. I think, yes, a typing error. Let's remake. That's why the PHP command is not working. Period.php, save it, and let's change this class to period. Save it. Okay, come to your browser, refresh. and let's select the date Jan 1 to April 30. Submit. So see new period created, and we can check it in our database. Just refresh. So company ID, which is the online runner, has created a one period from this day to this day. Okay, and we have created a period. In the next video we will try to show, let's create another period, because when we will list this period here, there must be a two. So from May, from May 1 to June, August, and 30 August, and create it. Let's check in our database. So two periods are created, and let's create a third one from August, September, September 1 to December, December 31. Let's create it. So period is created. We can check it in our database. Created. So in the next video, we will fetch all the records, and take care. Stay tuned.